I've had body dysmorphia or body dysmorphic disorder since I was about 13. It started because when I was 13 I was already about 12 stone, which is 168 pounds, and I always heard people that were smaller than me moaning about how overweight they were, whereas I was super skinny and very athletic and I was just heavy. But because of my weight I thought I was much bigger than I was, and then I started to see that. It's like my brain just caught on to this idea and ran with it. It doesn't always manifest in me feeling bigger than I am. Sometimes I feel smaller and weaker than I am. Sometimes I feel super tall and long-limbed and lanky, which I'm quite tall anyway, but like I've been stretched. Sometimes I feel more muscular and I feel massive, like really broad. Other times I feel shorter. But the baseline is I just don't know what my body looks like, and I can look in the mirror and I see a range of totally different things, and my body can look completely different to me from one day to the next. Lately, over the last month or so, I've really been struggling with my body dysmorphia again. After a long period of time of just wearing whatever I wanted, feeling comfortable regardless, accepting myself and wearing the damn shorts, I went back into wearing leggings, big baggy t-shirts, huge jumpers, and just hiding myself. And it was beyond feeling like ashamed of my body. It was more that I felt like my body wasn't my own, and I felt really uncomfortable with my body generally, like really disorientated. It's just hard when it feels like your body isn't yours. It's like you've got somebody else's body. And I was wearing bigger, baggier clothes to kind of avoid thinking about it. And I was also avoiding mirrors and looking at my body in general. I really wanted to get back to the place where I was feeling better and more accepting of my body no matter what it looked like. And the ways I started working on this was I started sitting in front of the mirror when I was getting ready to go to the gym in my sports bra, because I'd normally like put all my baggy t-shirts and jumpers on, etc. before I did that. I would just sit there and do my makeup. I would just tackle any of those negative thoughts that came up and try not to bully myself. Imagine if you're with a group of children and one of them starts bullying the other, and you intervene. You stop that kid from bullying the other kid, and you're like, don't do that, that's not okay. Like, it's not very nice to bully people, stop that. And that's what I do to myself. I will intervene in my own thought patterns. I've done a bit of mindfulness before, and I just kind of see these thoughts coming in. I'm like, no, that's not okay, we're not gonna do that. And I sort of push the thought away, and that seems to be what works for me. What I don't do though is I don't force positivity. I'm not a big fan of gratitude because I feel like it's forcing positive feelings when you're feeling quite negative feelings, and it doesn't feel very validating for me, and it feels kind of close to toxic positivity, and it just doesn't work. I won't force myself to like pick 3 things about my body that I like, because I honestly don't want to be thinking about it. That is so uncomfortable for me. I don't want to be thinking about my body or the parts of my body or I don't want to be thinking about what I'm proud of, because when it's that extreme and you're feeling that bad about yourself, it's very hard to come up with those things. It's kind of forcing yourself to like look at your body and pretend you're finding positive things when you're actually not thinking anything positive. It just doesn't work for me. So I sit in the mirror in my sports bra and do my makeup, and I bat away those negative thoughts, and I just sit with my body. I just allow myself to realise that my body is just my body. It's just a vehicle that I use to live my life and it's nothing more than that, and it's just there. And then I also, when I was training in the gym, I would use that feeling of I'm too hot as the trigger to take my top off. So I would try and reduce the window between me thinking, oh, I'm too hot, to I'm taking my top off, because what I've been doing is thinking I'm too hot, I'm going to take my top off, and then I'm like, no, 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 I feel so bad about my body, and there does like a bit of shame does come in, like what will other people think? Are people going to look at me? And more often than not at this point I felt so big, I felt like I'm like the size of the people on my 600-pound life, and that's not unusual for me. Even when I was super skinny, I used to feel like I was that big, almost like I'm unable to move and get up off the sofa. Like I have that mindset, and to me that's completely crazy. But I have been like reassured that that is just part of having body dysmorphia, and that it doesn't make me like a bad person. It's just what my brain has decided to do to me. And I mean, I'm constantly judged anyway for living in a bigger body, for being fat, and those kind of thoughts and comments are amplified in my head in that moment when I'm thinking about taking my top off. But I personally believe that everybody should be allowed to wear whatever they want, no matter what size their body is, and that's what I've been trying to tell myself. A lady at the gym said to me, well, what if you just accept it? Like, even if you do think that you are 600 pounds, you clearly believe that people should wear exactly what they want no matter what size they are. So why don't you just accept this not really a fact that your body is that big and you're gonna wear what you want regardless. And for some reason at that moment, like a penny dropped, and I was like, yeah, that is true, why should I care? And I don't know why that worked or why I couldn't do that for myself, but as soon as she put it into perspective for me like that, I was like, oh shit. And then kind of after that, I did literally start to just take my top off when I got hot. The more I did that, the better I felt doing that. And now I'm back to the place where if I do get too hot in my big jumper and my t-shirt, then I will take my top off in the gym. And I don't feel ashamed and I don't feel worried about it. And as I've started to hide my body less, the body dysmorphia has subsided quite a lot. And I feel like I'm on the way back to wearing the damn shorts, like maybe when it's warm enough. At the moment it's really cold. But I did wear a pair of shorts for the Christmas social because I needed to wear like green and red or something Christmassy, and I only had red shorts. That was a big challenge for me and I felt really self-conscious, but I did it and I'm really proud of myself for that. And I turned up again in like a pair of tracksuit bottoms, my baggy t-shirt, my jumper, and I just told myself, like, as soon as I start to feel hot, I'm gonna take these off. And I also allowed myself to be like, if I never want to take off the tracksuit bottoms during this workout, then I don't have to. But a couple of minutes into the workout, I ended up doing it. And that was a huge step, and I was so proud of myself. I'm not sure if any of these things are gonna help you, but let me know in the comments below if you found anything that helps you with your body dysmorphia. There are a lot of things that I struggle with, and I've started to talk about them more openly, and eating disorders is another one of them. My eating disorder has featured in my life a lot, and it's come in and out depending on different things that I've experienced, and what I've learned is the recovery really isn't linear. If you'd like to hear more about my eating disorder recovery and my eating disorder journey overall, then watch this video next. Please fist bump that like button if you enjoyed this video, as it lets me know which kind of videos you like so I can make more of them. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.